Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about volume profile, but what is a volume profile? Imagine that you are a small fish swimming alone in a big sea with many whales devouring everything. Would you stay alone to be the next meal? Of course not. Instead of being a lost fish that doesn't know directions, be a fisherman and know where these whales are heading. The volume profile is a tool to monitor the movement of large investors in the market to determine the areas in which large liquidity is being pumped or been dumped. This tool also monitors areas with large buy and sell orders, which are placed manually or by a grid bot. It all does not matter. What matters is that we take these opportunities and not be an easy meal for them. Well, make sure you are on a 4-hour frame. Now, try to define your trading area. Let it be from here to here. Use the measurement tool to measure the trading days in this area. Here is the secret. In a 4-hour chart, try to choose a period of around 60 days, a little more or less. Okay, let's open the indicators now. This time we won't search for anything, just click on the volume profile. Well, we can use the visible range, but I prefer to use the fixed range so we can navigate easily and choose what we want. Just watch the video to understand more. After choosing fixed range, draw from bottom to top and from left to right according to the area we have chosen. Start from the lowest candle below and move to the last candle we have on the chart. As we can see, the volume profile appeared on a specific area of our chart. This is what we want only. We do not want to know the deep past of this chart. We just want to know what will happen during this period. Okay, but what are all these blue lines? And what does it symbolize? Why is it so long sometimes? Sometimes it seems short. Well, do you see that long blue bar here? Of course you see it. So we see that the most price volume happened right here. To be sure, we see a red line here as well, telling us that this bar has the largest price volume. Well, from this we conclude that this area is the largest area in which buy orders were placed and investors are waiting for the price to go down to buy here. This is good, as we have spotted a buying area with high liquidity and we will try to take advantage of it. Let's use the horizontal line tool now. And draw a horizontal line directly above the red line. Now this line will be the next buying zone in which we will place a buy order. Let it be the 4-hour buy zone. Well, let's move to the second part of this video. Click on it and press delete on your keyboard. Okay, change the chart frame to 2 hours. Now let's define our trading area as we did before. Let's pick up the measurement tool. Here in 1-hour chart, the duration will vary and will be between 18 to 30 days. I hope you apply this and do not set random times. Okay, let's pick up the volume profile again. And as we did before, from the lowest point to the last candle. As you can see, here the liquidity situation is slightly different. The most price volume occurred here, where the longest blue bar appears with a red line. We also see that another long bar coincides with a line we drew earlier, which is the line that represents the longest bar in a 4-hour frame. Also down, there are some long bars that we can take advantage of, but we won't use them now, so as not to make more confusion. Okay, let's draw a horizontal line like we did before. Let's name it a 2-hour buy zone. Well, let's delete it too. Now, to 1 hour frame. Determine the area as we did before by eye and then use the measurement tool. And let it be between 10 to 15 days. "11 days, that's good. Let's pick up the fixed range tool one more time. This time I won't talk, you know how to draw now. As you can see, there has been a match with the 2-hour frame line, and this is a good thing that shows the strength of this zone. Also on the 4-hour line there is a long bar, with great liquidity waiting for the price to go down to buy. But the question is, can I buy now in this area? Well, let's draw a line and see which bar it meets. As you can see, this bar is very short and there is no liquidity pumping here. If you don't want to be a fish that lost away, you definitely won't buy here. Instead, swim with the whales and use the lines we drew as places to enter. Also, if you look here, you will notice that the volume of the bars appears to be somewhat short. If a breakdown occurs through the buying zone in the 2-hour line, this zone will not be able to carry it, and we will be waiting for the second buying opportunity, which is the 4-hour line that we drew. The third part, how do we divide the capital according to this strategy? Each of us has his own way, but I suggest that it be according to the strength of the volume, and we know that the strength of the volume lies in the time of the frame. So in the first line, I will use only 10% of the capital, and in the second line, I will put 20% or 25%. Alright. Let's delete it and do the rest. Change the chart to 1-day frame. Choose the duration and let it be within 5 months. Now draw a volume profile as we learned before. As you can see, this is the most massive area that contains large and multiple buy orders. Let's draw the entry line and set our budget. This time I would use 40%, which means that the total is about 80%. As I said, these are not constants and you can divide the budget as you want. Let's quickly see another kind of example, because we almost forgot something important. What if I set the volume profile in the red line, which represents the strongest volume area, was above the last candle? In this case, be careful, because the strong buying area has turned into a strong selling area, as it happens in almost support and resistance lines. There are still some strong volume bars under the last candle, but they can only be identified in this situation by using another indicators. I hope you like the video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I wish you good luck.